Okay, so I'm just doing a video about my Expert-1K. It's checking general. So here's my 1K, and it's just that some people have been saying, how do you connect two radios up to it, and how do you switch between them? To switch, you just use your input, which is there. You just press it and it goes from in 1 or 2. And the other thing is antenna, depending how many antennas you've got connected and how many you want to put on each antenna connection. So like there's your antenna. Click on that. On 40 meters I've only got one, my MTD3, and that's number 2. So I've got 3 antennas connected, and that's number 2 for it. So I've got 1, 2 and 3. One's my 4-element tri-bander, 2 is my MTD3, and 3 is my cobweb. So let's just go back out of this, save it. So you can set all those up in the amplifier, come automatic ATU. It's absolutely fantastic. For the price I paid, it's brilliant. Got it a lot cheaper than so I'm very happy with it. I'd like an ACOM 2000, but one wasn't available when I was looking for an amp of this caliber. So I'll go and say a few things about this in a moment. First amp I got was the BLA 350, which once again, fantastic amp for HF, and that's connected to my 847. Okay, with regards to the BLA 350, let's try and stick this here somewhere so I can get it a little bit better. Okay, input 1, input 2. I've had a couple of cables made up by Ron at Vine, and I think that's the best way. At least you know they're going to work before you get them, because they're all tested. There's your antenna inputs, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's your inputs for your radio. So input 1 and cat 1, input 2 and cat 2, and the RS232 there. You can just see it there, the RS232. You can connect that up to your PC, and you can change everything via a cat program. So fantastic piece of kit. I've got 2 inputs. My first one's my FT2000, and my second one's my ICOM 7600. So that's what I've got there. And when I want to just switch between each one, I either press the front. This is what I normally do. I press the front, and that changes everything over, fully automatic. And as I say, I'm on input 1 there. Press input for input 2, which then goes over to my 7600, and straight away I'm up and away and operating. The other way that you can do it is, say I'm on, once again, input 1 with my FT2000, and that's on 40 meters. Then if I go on 80 meters, let's just turn this up to stop the screensaver. So if I go on to this radio, all I do, no power, so I'd go in down here, turn the power fully off, and then just key up, and then automatically the amp will sniff the power power going into the amp, and then switch straight over to input 2. And that's another way you can do it. So it just depends on yourself how you want to do it. Me, it's easier just pressing the input button down there, and if I need to press the antenna to change different antennas if I've got more than one on the band I'm going to operate. So that's so easy. And as I say, you can get, just make sure this is okay, you can get your cables ready made up from Ron at Vine, no problem. Just pop onto the Vine website. There it is, vinecom.co.uk. Give him a phone call. Just ask him to make you any up. That's if you're going to go for a Expert-1K or the 1.3 or the 2. So it's down to you. But I'd say definitely get your cables from Vine. At least you know they're going to be ready, fit for purpose straight away. Some people have made their own cables up from what I've seen on some of the forums, and they've had problems regarding switching. Another very good radio, 7600. I use that mostly for DX hunting. If I want to do any DX and all that, I use this. Because it's set on 3.6 K wide bandwidth for the audio. What I normally do, amplifier for both radios. I used to have two, I've still got them, iBoxes by W2IHY, and from that I went and bought my I Plus with my mixer and my audio rack. So I wanted to make the station a little bit better. So what I did, all cables run from the back, mono output from the 2000 and the 7600. They come out the speaker jacks at the back, and they go into two RCA connections. So you've got one mono coming out into two mono RCA. They then go into the I Plus on the back. So you've got separate settings for 3 different radios. I'm using 2 at the moment. The ICOM and the FT2000. And from there I've got cables going straight back out and going up to my monitor speakers. And they sound absolutely fantastic. With my FT2000, I've got 4K receive and transmit, so I'll just use that for Ragture with people that know they're into ESSB audio and kind of thing that I'm into. As I say, this one max transmit is 2.9 K and 3.6 receive K. And it's just the audio I like to listen to. Sounds a lot better to me, unless I'm going to if I'm in a pile-up and I want to listen to or get anybody. Let's just turn this over. So just got to go up here, change that. There's the, sorry about that. And you can change it, just go onto the filter. So 1.8, 3.6, 2.4. Turn the noise blanker off. Let's just turn this down. What I found on the noise blank on the 7600, it's very good. It'll get rid of some of the interference, static and all that kind of rubbish that you can actually pick up, same as the FT2000. But on strong audio, just find something. it does distort the audio a little bit. So if you've got quite strong audio, if you put the noise blanker on, it does distort it a bit. So if you've got 7600 and you've got the noise blanker on, as it shows there, and your audio sounds a little bit rough, as long as you've got quite a good signal, turn the noise blanker off and then listen to the audio then. You'll find that the audio does clear up and it sounds as smooth as it should need to. So that's one tip. That's one thing I've found about the noise blanket. It's very good for getting rid of static and all of that. But then turn it off and it does clear your audio up on your receive audio anyway. So give it a try, see what it's like. With the FT2000, you can do anything with it. Absolutely fantastic radio. Just go onto the width and turn all the width down. Normally, if I'm listening to somebody that's got a lot of QRM around them, go down to 2.1 or 2.4, or as normal, I'm out to 4K, and the audio on that's brilliant, especially for monitor speakers. So if you want good audio, either a good headset or a good pair of monitor speakers. And as I say, Vine on there is brilliant. And that's back to the Expert-1K. Very good amp. Absolutely fantastic. I've been looking for one for years and never found one at the right price. So, all the audio from the 7600, that goes out into the I+, and then from the I+, into my mixer. And I've got two studio mics, SM58, that's what I use normally on my 7600, or the Behringer B1, which is up there, and that's normally going through my audio gear, and that'll go onto the FT2000. They'll all switch onto whatever radios I want to with the I+, which is good. So if I don't want to use the audio gear, just turn all that off, and then use the mixer and the SM58 and just use that microphone. That's all. So it's really good. So that's it with the Expert-1K. If you need any info on it, I've been using it for quite a while at the moment, and do have a little bit of experience. So you might know something that I don't, and I might know something that you don't. So just post below, just in case, and we go from there. See if I can help at all, or you can help me if I need any. Other radios that I use, FT847. That goes into the BLA 350. So from there, goes into my MFJ SWR power meter. Very good. Same as with the Elecraft W2. Very good meter. And then that goes into my LDG 600. So very good ATU. I had a manual ATU before. I've still got it, but for how I use things at the moment, this auto ATU is easier for me. So that's what I use. Power supplies at the moment, I've got a 50 amp. That's there. Works very well. 32 amp. I've also got a 25 amp there with some other radios, VHF, UHF. I've also got, just put a little light on, another piece of kit by W2IHY, noise gate and equalizer. And the next one there, that's my 5100 bass unit, and then that other one there, that's for my FT400. That's the base unit for the FT400 just there. Both very good VHF, UHF, all different things, D-Star and Fusion. So new things that's coming up at the moment. My Icom 92D, brilliant handheld. Use the keyboard underneath there whenever I need to do any digimodes or transmitting CQ calls on the 7600. Loads of connections, all USB. Must have about 20, 25 connections underneath. My little bit of hard drive, 2 terabyte. That's connected to this laptop. And then let's just turn this off, so I don't need this light on anymore. That goes from my webcam, or my webcam comes into this laptop onto that program. Which then puts it out onto that program, so that'd be live, and then from there it goes onto my QRZ page, and you can see all the live pictures of the antennas that's outside, and what the weather's like and all that kind of rubbish. At least I can keep an eye on antennas. I've got 2 webcams that I use. This one I use myself just to see what my beams and everything are doing out there. So that one's on automatic, and the other one I use is linked straight to there, and that's another external one. And in the end, it goes onto my QRZ page. So this would be the picture that's being transmitted onto there. There you see. All you can see at the moment is the trees because it's infrared. A little bit too far away for my beams to show up. And the weather's really bad out there at the moment with the wind and the rain. So that's another thing. I always keep an eye on the temperature and everything with my weather station. And there's my 5100, absolutely brilliant. I use that for D-Star a lot of the times, depending if I want to talk further distance, and I do onto my DV Mega. And that's my Fusion one. That's for the future, when everything comes out for Fusion, which they're starting to come out now. So you've got D-Star, Fusion, there's DMR and everything else. There's loads of different well, I should say digital modes, audio digital modes. So it depends what you're into. There's so much to do with ham radio. Depends what you like in the end. And my ASU rotator, the G1000 DXC. So I've just had to turn my tower over because of the high winds. BLA 350, absolutely fantastic amp. If I don't want to use any of these radios, then normally when I switch on in the morning, I put my 847 onto either 14156 or normal 7130, I think it is, to listen to some groups on there. But once again, to get through pile-ups, BLA 350, as if I'm using the antennas for that, or the Expert-1K. As I say, I'm just collecting at the moment radio gear. So a lot of people like selling the gear quite cheap, which is good for me, because if they sell them at the right price, I'll buy them and keep the shack, or how I want my shack to be in the end. I want a bigger shack, and that's going to take a bit of time. Well, yeah, fantastic radios, 7600, FT2000. And the other one I haven't said anything about is just there. You can see the blue light. That's, let me just show you there. That's my SDR receiver. Very, very good SDR receiver. I use that when I don't want to put any radios on, and just want to listen to what's happening on the ambands. So that's an update on the Shack. And as I say, if you need any more info on the BLA, no, sorry, not the BLA 350, but the Expert-1K, always get some help from Ron. Very knowledgeable guy. And any leads, £30 and then delivery. But at least you know you've got your cables and they're ready to get up and running. Audio gear, definitely from M0AOV. As I say, I always buy my audio stuff from him. Same as leads, depending on what leads I need and what equipment I buy from the people that actually make them or sell them. And then at least I know that everything's going to work as it should. So that's my Shack at the moment. Always new things being added. Another thing that I'm into, DV Megas. Very, very good. That's all it is. Well, what it is anyway is that's your DV Mega there. That's a 70 cents one. So you got a Pi underneath, and your DV Mega plugs in on top. And there's the card. There's the Wi-Fi part on top, just there. So let me just pull this around a little bit better. Easier to do. So that's for the Wi-Fi. So that's the Wi-Fi. There's the card with the programs on. Lead straight into this little box. This little box is my power source, and I can either plug it into USB and charge it up, or it's got a little solar cell on top, so I can charge it up that way. And I can take this, as long as I've got an internet connection, I can take that anywhere. And that's on 70 centimeters for my D-Star. I've got another one, dual band DV Mega with a Pi. And it's like two separate boxes. The Pi, Raspberry Pi, sits on the bottom, and the dual DV Mega sits on the top with the antenna on. And that's connected to my router all the time, and straight on D-Star, no problem at all. Absolutely fantastic. You can do anything with the DV Mega now. Still got my hotspots. Got a few of those. There's one just there, and I've got another one underneath the tables. And they work fantastic. So if you need to get on D-Star and you want your own little hotspot, there you go, DV Mega. And you can make it up just like that. Get a solar one if you can. So if you get the solar one, at least you know if you're out and about and it's sunny, you recharge it straight away. So whatever power you're using from it, it recharges straight up. And you can connect it via the Wi-Fi. So as long as you've got a internet connection, whether it's on your phone or anything, you can use your phone and connect the Raspberry Pi up to it. And there's your internet connection there. So that's another good thing. So much technology going on. Just depends what you want to do in the end. Okay guys, at least you've seen a little bit of what I'm up to and what I'm playing around with. There's too much, so you've got to try and sort out what's prioritised and what you want to play with. I like doing a lot of HF, a lot of DXing. So that's why I've sorted all this out. At least that's okay. Just need a better location. High in the mountains, and loads of big beams and antennas up. Who knows? One day. So there you go. That's my station. And if I can help anybody, I will. From M0AOV. You have a good day.